Welcome back to another.
Welcome to the performance zone. Dum 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 dum
Oh,
dum
shit.
dum dum
I hit the
dum.
dum.
Okay, that's all.
Dun, 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 dun.
We're infringing on copyright, so I'm stopping.
Fuck the patriarchy.
Whoa! Yeah, down with the matriarchy.
I only said that because what we were talking about.
Pre-show.
Anyways, welcome back.
Hello.
Happy Friday. I am
Happy
exhausted.
Tuesday.
Happy Friday while
Well,
we
when this
record.
comes out, it's Tuesday, yeah. So. Happy Tuesday, people. Enjoy your tacos.
Yeah, it's Taco Tuesday, everyone.
Taco, taco, taco.
Anyways, go ahead, Brian.
Taco
Let's get
bacanos.
started with your stuff.
Wait, what?
Right to business.
Wait, no, how are you doing?
If you're watching, look at me. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I have bags under my eyes. My hair's a fucking
tired too.
mess.
I'm tired too.
It's hot as fuck outside.
This has like been the first
This is
time
the
I've felt
preheat.
like it's been fine because it hasn't been too hot.
Yeah.
But today, for some reason, I've felt hot all
Yeah.
day long, and it's like the summer is finally creeping in, which is not bad for the 26th.
Yeah.
But yeah, today I like to drive over. Normally the air's on and car cools down. I even turn it down from high to 3, and it's like no.
Yeah.
The whole drive, it's like I don't know, and it's only like still like it's 106, so it's not like it's on 115, 116. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's more humid.
Well, 14 right on my card.
What?
It definitely feels more humid.
Huh.
I'd like to know why.
Well, see, the moisture gathers in the air. Oh, sorry.
What moisture? We're in a dry desert.
It's
When did
monsoon.
it rain?
It's monsoon season.
Did it rain? Not on this side of town.
No, they haven't switched off the radar
No.
yet.
They only let it rain in Santan for a little bit
Because you
last
know what?
week.
It never
The week
rains in
before.
Southern California.
No. And there's a fire right now in Cali, or
Yeah, they're burning.
who knows if they distinguished it or not.
Yeah, they're burning the medical supplies and then they'll burn the food.
Yeah.
And they're burning it all down. Burn it down.
Burn it all down.
Burn it to the
is
ground.
Hell on with ring of fire. And did you hear about all the earthquakes?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
All the earthquakes, literally, the ring of fire.
Well, that's why they're saying, like, scientists are saying, like, dude, this global warming thing and the current, the Super El Nino, it's not us.
Mhm.
It's all these volcanoes and activity below the oceans, at the ocean floor.
Yeah.
And the hot liquid magma is coming up, yes.
Which you're coming out with another movie.
Yeah.
But as soon as I saw Seth Green, I said, fuck this.
He's kind of a dick. And he's Epsteined up.
He's perverted. He is satanic,
he is-
disgusting.
He is big. He has implicated a lot of
And I
women's
hate it. I hate it because he's Chris and Family Guy.
I know.
He was in Buffy.
I know.
And I was like, you just had to. Like, you weren't even main character and you just had to be a part of this. You know? Like, he wasn't like Angel in Buffy. Like, he wasn't the main character guy. He was like somewhat co-star.
Because he's
second level.
He's like 2 foot tall. Of course, he's not going to be the leading man.
But if he's eating babies and doing all that shit with girls,
I know.
that's what, like, I think that's what we're at the point of all social media is like, is it really worth to sell your soul? How do you sell your soul? I'm like, why am I getting this on the feed? I don't even look this shit up. I know.
Well,
Like,
because we
we
talk
know
about
this.
it. Right now, it's hearing you and the algorithm's shifting.
But, like, everyone, because now there's that app, I don't even know the name of it, did the same shit that Wayfair and Etsy did.
Yeah.
Selling stuffed animals, saying there's like 2 months old, it's tight, it's obedient, and it's a plushie.
Yeah.
And it's going for $30,000. I'm like,
They don't hide it.
no,
They just
and no
don't.
one cares.
I'm waiting for the website, the app to come out in which they said, "Hey, I got a 3-year-old here. Her name's Susie."
You think it will happen?
One day, because people won't fight. They won't care.
It's nowhere on the media. I don't see the news reporting this when they were like so big on release the files. It's so half-assed and like.
And the thing is with the UK story, which is what I had, which I wanted to dig into, and then I realized I don't want to dig into details because it's too dark. But not one mainstream media. I was looking at it, watched a reel. They have given 0 mainstream media hours of news network coverage to the UK scandal breaking, which over roughly around 250,000 young girls have been, by these Pakistani gangs and by these Muslim gangs, have been tortured, beaten, in ways in which you can't. I mean, we watch horror movies and we love them, and we can't imagine. It's still this goes beyond anything you've seen on screen, and the guy that their prime minister ignored it. The courts aren't doing anything. They're putting girls back with their users and handlers even after they've been busted. Girls are being tossed aside. They're being gutted. They're being slit. It happened in France. It's happened in Italy a little now. It's all over the UK. And our media and people here in our feeds will not talk about it at all. And the thing is, I was thinking about a couple different angles because one, I'm all about this, black-white color thing. And because they're all, I hate using colors, but since they're all white girls, that's probably why nobody cares. Because patriarchy, slavery, we deserve it. If this were a bunch of immigrant women, if this was a bunch of black and brown women, I think you would see wall to wall, coast to coast, around the globe coverage about how, and it would be blamed on the patriarch, it would be blamed on the white male, because they had that one where that website was having those rape forums and forum boards where they're like 60,000 men. It's like, no, there's messages. There's like 100 men doing it, which is still wrong. But we're talking about what to do and how to get girls and how to assault them and comparing notes. And then that lasted for like a week, and then they couldn't pin that on the president, so they moved on. And now there's this, but they can't pin it on our government or on the president, so they're not going to care, move on because. And now there's their judge just said you're going to release unredacted files, which a judge can't do that. He doesn't have the power to unredact sensitive and classified information. So people are like, yeah, release him, he's going down. It's like, because again, it's just about
the one man.
Nobody gives a shit about these kids, all in the UK, France, here. They just, it maddens me, and I don't know if you had any thoughts on it.
I do, because you say, it's that one person they're trying to go after, but these people that are so against the government should hold the government accountable, because the FBI, the CIA, if you hate ICE so fucking much, you should be holding them accountable and say, why are you digging into these VPNs, into this dark web shit?
764.
Hold them tag Cash Patel. Like, if you're so adamant about, the government ain't shit, look at what they're doing, you're right, they're just brainwashed to focus on one person.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's the entire fucking government.
Yes.
And these banks, how many times did we talk about Chase? You should be boycotting Chase. Chase held the funds for Epstein.
And I feel bad that I still have an account there.
I would never, ever do anything with Chase. And all these banks, they're all implicated. Like, it's doing the research, but, like, it's just talk. It really is. Like, that's why I say it with your chest. Because you're like, you ain't saying shit. Like, when I was talking to the intern last night about it, this one guy, I hate talking about it because it just infuriates me. This one guy, I don't know if you heard about this dad in Ventura County in California. He got 1 year in jail for raping his own daughter for many years and abusing in every way possible. Raping her, and she ended up taking her own life because of it. 1 fucking year. And everyone's like, as soon as I read it, they're like, the justice system is so broken. Okay, then where's the fucking riots?
Where's the protest for those?
Where's the protest?
They do these no king shit, but they don't do this.
Yeah, we are such good detectives on doxing people that, like white women who say, these campers should have died, but we can't dox a fucking judge. Like, we can't dox the governor that's taking money. Like, we can't do anything. Why is no one doxing this judge or paying him a visit? Like, if you're all fucking talk. Because I'll tell you right now, I told the intern, I said, I pray to God that the jail takes him and buries him under the jail, and the judge should be buried under there too. Because to allow, and I'm pretty sure 1 fucking year for incest, rape, and a minor. That's disgusting. And this guy's going to go back out. You think he's not going to do it again?
Oh, you can't wait to do it again.
Yeah. And so, I don't understand how 1 year, just because, maybe he pled guilty? A plea deal? But 1 fucking year?
I know.
No.
I know.
No. That's why I told the intern, I know this is going to sound horrible, but I hope those prisoners do everything possible to him in every hole possible. And I hate to get graphic like that, but that's the shit that they're allowing.
But the thing is with prisons, because I saw this story, that California spent nearly $189 million to give every state prisoner a free iPad.
Yeah.
And you know what these death row inmates and everything, they were given the top of the line, the best iPads, Wi-Fi, unfettered access to online. You know what they're doing?
What?
They're engaging. They're all watching porn.
Yep.
They're all getting into the dark web to watch scat, rape, and they're going in there to then find minors and chat with them and groom them and get pictures from them. There's a guy, I guess, in prison. The story I was reading, that he was in there for abusing and molesting. I think she was like 12. He's in prison. Yeah, he's in prison. He got an iPad, and what did he do? Reached out to her, still talking to her, and she's still sending him pictures because he's threatened her. So he's still getting to abuse the very girl that he's in prison for. And like I said, they are watching all sorts of porn, and they're reaching out.
They're on
chat
TikTok
rooms.
doing lives.
They're on TikToks doing lives.
Instagram.
Yes. And $189 million of California state money.
That's California.
And that's why I say, this is where I was getting really pissed, because I saw a lot of these videos, like that, a couple of trans people that were being grooming and now going to prison. Colorado has some kind of weird law to where it's like you're allowed to rape a bunch of kids, and then you can just go out about your day.
Yeah.
And then the UK thing, and it's like, and then I'm on X and I see all this. What is X? What is the big? I don't know if you know, because you're not on X, and I don't know if it's on your feed. Mm-hmm. But what is the big issue? I don't know if you know the big issue going on right now. The big controversy in DC. What's the big thing going on right now with dumbass Donald Trump and what he's doing?
I have no idea.
And this is where I'm going to break my rule as far as language, but the fucking reflecting pool.
Oh, yeah.
This reflecting pool shit. All this stuff is going on. All these things that we need to worry about. All these children that need our help desperately. Mm-hmm. And we're worried about a fucking reflecting pool.
Oh, yeah.
We're worried about fucking algae.
Yeah.
And even though Barack Obama put $34 fucking million into this same stupid ass pool, still couldn't figure it out, still couldn't fix it, still couldn't clean it because it's fucking algae.
Yeah.
You can't, and then Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, everything. But no, because it's Donald Trump, and I don't like Donald Trump. So I'm going to sit here and whine and cry, and they're like, then they go out and somebody sabotages the pool because they don't want him to win, so they don't want it to be cleaned up. And we're bickering back. I saw it today. I went to bickering back and forth over, was it real? Did someone really sabotage it? Where's the cameras? They didn't see it. Donald Trump's lying. And it's like, I just kept commenting on them. I was like, what about the UK thing? What about the California thing?
Yeah.
What about And they're like, remember they released the file? People don't fucking care.
No, they don't.
They don't care, and it drives me crazy. And it's like all these things that are going on with what we talk about: the pharmacy, the drugs, the workplace, the addiction problem, the mental health problem, the depression problem, the anxiety problems we have, the cost of living problems, all this shit and we can't get two people on the street to say, we need to stop. We need to fight the government. We need to take it back.
Yeah.
But we're worried about an algae in a reflecting pool. But 250,000 girls over the last 10 or 15 years get hurt beyond imagination. Right now, think about it. Right where we record now, some girl in the UK right now is being split in two.
Yeah.
It's fucking heartbreaking.
It is.
And we're sitting here bitching over what Donald Trump tweeted.
About,
or what was social. It's like, what is wrong with you people? Mm-hmm. I want to know, like the fuck ice stuff we see in the booths. I was like, so you don't give a shit about trafficking. You don't give a shit about kids. So I don't want to ever hear anybody say Epstein when they say fuck ICE. Because ICE does that. ICE goes after, they busted child ring after child ring after child ring. The FBI is busting child ring after child ring after child ring. But what do you hear? Kash Patel, all you hear about is Kash Patel drank some fucking beers with the U.S. hockey team. Yeah. And so he needs to go. He needs to be removed. Because we need some fucking leftist-ass puppet in place so they protect the pedophiles, or protect the predatory class. Congress still isn't held accountable for voting down their own slush fund that they use to keep from us knowing the people they've paid off that have been sexually abused, molested, and raped. We had guys during the Biden administration that were having sex in conference rooms, guys on guys, interns that were used and abused, and nobody gives a shit. And that's why I get so mad, and I'm using this moment before we go light to just say, if you're out there, if you listen, and if you've ever said anything about Epstein, shut the fuck up. Seriously, I don't care, because you don't care. You don't honestly care, because I watch feeds, I watch X, and nobody says, this UK thing, not one person, a lot of people we follow there, it's that, they're more into the community and the light stuff. So it's kind of hard to post something like that big, but it should be posted. Like this needs to be. We need to make the guy in UK. He needs to be removed forcibly. Like people need to go into Parliament, grab him by the arms, and put him on that little rack stretchy thing in the medieval days, and tear him apart till his limbs come off. Yeah. And then sew them back together, and then tear them off again, and then give him an IV blood transfusion so he stays alive, and then do it again. Yeah. And do that over and over and over until his heart gives out.
Death is not going to be the easy way out for these people, and that's why sometimes when I go, like, I hope they do everything possible to these people in jail, because I've had friends who were probation officers, and the prisoners look for the units, right? And there's people on TikTok that say, oh yeah, like they get their ass whooped, and I'm like, good, because I'm sorry, I will never be able to understand, and I've always said that there is no fixing these people. This is this is beyond illness, okay? This is evil, and like, we just slap on the hand, slap on the wrist. Yeah, because look at that one fucking kid that is in high school just because his dad was a fucking coach. What did he do to 3 girls? One girl he left as a quadriplegic. Yes. He broke her fucking neck.
But he's good at baseball.
Yeah, and he's laughing, and he's out there free while this girl's trying to rehabilitate. Mm-hmm. The other 2 girls are too scared to say anything, and I'm like, really? And this man's gonna be out here in the world, be a boss, be a manager, probably do all the shit to the female coworkers and stuff. And no, we're cool. That's fine. It's totally fine. Who cares if someone's following you in a casino and wants to, like, take you to the backseat of the car or something? Like, no one cares. Everyone just pulls out their phone. Walk by the park
bench and spray you with some mist and knocks you out. No. Yeah.
What was it recently? That story that you told us about in the park? The guy wanted a photo.
Yeah. For a dating profile.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you should speak louder and talk about that, because that's how it's so easy. It's getting easier and easier to fool people.
How do you roll up on someone and say, "Can you take a picture of me for a profile picture, for a dating picture?"
In a nice car, right?
In a nice car.
In a Mercedes.
They're so bold. I mean, seriously, we're gonna get to the point where they just drive up into a park saying, the back door's going to open and say, I want that girl. They're not going to try anything. Yeah. They're just going to walk up, grab her, knock the parents out, put her in the car, and leave. Yeah. And there'll be no cops because defund the police. There'll be no FBI because, they're too worried about trying to, take down the political party they're not a part of. There's going to be nothing that anybody will be able to do about it because we don't give a shit about protecting. We will never care about protecting kids as a whole.
And no one says anything. All that energy and that fucking attitude about, like, fuck ICE, the reflection pool, like, who's sabotaging the fact that you take time and effort if you're sabotaging it, like, why don't you go fucking find those buildings? Like, there's fucking addresses.
I know.
And, like, I don't understand. This is just my mentality. I still don't understand why Bill Gates is breathing. And don't tell me, because it's part of the plan. I know there's got to be some person that isn't awake.
There'll be a Luigi out there.
Yes, some person that is not awake but is infuriated on what's happening, and, like, finds this guy and snipes him. I don't understand. Like, I'm not saying to do this, but I just don't understand.
I am.
How like, at this point, I'm just like, take them all out.
Between that, the vaccines, the ticks, the mosquitoes.
Take them all out. Yeah, like, we can't. Have you noticed how different the food is now?
Yes.
And no one gives a fuck. Everyone's like, I still go eat at McDonald's. Shame on you.
The Roblox burgers thing we just saw.
Roblox now has a game that you're literally killing people, cops, and putting them in the meat grinder, and then that's how you get patties. That's the game. Like, you have to kill people, put them in the meat grinder to make patties, to make food.
We are now normalizing cannibalism.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, it's all over the place. Everything is being normalized. It's so in our faces, more and more. And I can't get with it. And I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you this story because I thought of this yesterday when I told the intern. I was like, if it gets to the point, like how it's getting in Minnesota, how it's getting in Texas, where we have all these different cultures. Diversity is different from takeover. Having diversity is important, but not assimilating and taking over with your culture,
like the Muslim cities,
is a big issue. Yeah. This is not the country for it. But apparently it is because it's happening. Look at New York.
The people that just got put through the primaries in California, New York.
That's what I'm saying.
That
There's
want to
no
use the
hell on each end of
They want to use
the
the
nation.
flag. She said, "I'll use a flag as a toilet paper to wipe my ass with." And now she's elected to the state.
You remember back in the day, you would
Senate?
get in trouble for that kind of saying that kind of.
How do you get elected?
You would get like a visit from the FBI. Like remember when Kathy Lee Griffin that's comedian? Where she had that Donald head Trump and like the FBI showed up.
That
and like
crazy
they
lady.
didn't do shit. And she still talks. She was the one that came up with that wonderful idea. I spoke to my friends in Arizona, and like you should talk to your neighbors and see who's a Trump supporter and who's not, and build a community. And I'm like, what? Like, so you want to retaliate against your own
They want Trump.
neighbors?
They want Trump voters dead.
Well,
they want them dead.
Did you hear about that California guy, that poor man that was such a Trump supporter? He decorated his whole house. Trump, the American flag. Talk about freedom of speech. They beat him to a pulp.
They want him dead.
And he died.
Yeah.
I think he died.
Yeah.
I don't even... Like, so many people went to go support that poor woman. Has nothing. Nothing. Her husband... I'm assuming he died because he was like... They were telling her, like, he's not going to make it. But that's how bad it is that you beat the shit out of someone for just...
Liberals want Trump supporters to die.
But you won't beat a pedophile.
Nope.
You won't beat the shit out of someone who's
because
grabbing a child.
They can't help
or a woman.
They can't help that they're just afflicted with an attraction to young kids.
I don't get it. I'll tell you one story. My dad, I think my parents, many years ago, they were walking into a Denny's, and this one couple had a newborn, and of course bickering between, I don't know, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. And the guy had the car seat with the child. He got so mad, he slammed it on the ground. My dad turned around and said, "What the fuck are you doing? Yeah. That is a baby, and you just slammed him on the ground." It was a boy. Slammed him on the ground. And I was like, not a single person would do that today. No. They would just walk away.
They would, yeah.
Or they would record it, yeah, and be like, "Look what I saw," and not intervene in any way possible. Yep. And that's the thing. It's all about getting content. But not doing anything about it.
I remember seeing that. There was a guy, I think it was in New York, an old guy, a veteran. He was being beaten. I don't remember why. Probably. But people were just standing around recording it. Yeah. Because it's more important to get some likes and views on your page than to save another human life, because that human life doesn't agree with you or you don't agree with them. Right. So that human life doesn't deserve to exist anymore, because now there'll be one more person to vote against the way you vote or think the way that you don't think. Because like I've said many times, I'm stealing this. But the guy I listened to says it perfectly. I've said it many times on here that between conservatives and liberals, conservatives think liberals are people with really bad ideas. Yeah. Where liberals think conservatives are really bad people with their own ideas. So liberals want them. And again, that's not necessarily saying the liberals sitting home listening to us. It's just again, the rhetoric though has been out there. I've seen the supercuts of people with high influence get in the face. Yeah. They've talked about putting a bullet in Trump many times. Yeah. And the liberal rhetoric right now is, and every time I say this, someone will say, "Well, January 6th. I don't care about January 6th. Fuck that. The daily right now is that liberals want conservatives dead. Period. Charlie Kirk, they were happy. They still celebrate it. Yeah. Anytime anybody gets hurt or anything, they love it. Yeah. They want that. That's the point we're at. And it's like, I don't know what it's going to take. Somebody said, "What's going to happen when we do civil war?" It's like, we're already there. Yeah. We're just not dropping bombs and shooting in the street. Even though we shouldn't be fighting each other, we should be going those bombs and guns to the capitals.
Data centers.
Well, and if you root out government where it's at, then the data centers go temporarily until they pay off the new. But that's a vicious cycle. We could go to the D.C. right now and all 535 members of Congress, the House and Senate, we could root them out, put them in a firing squad right now, get rid of them, and elect 535 new members in November, and by March they would all be paid off.
Yes, yeah. Because we have the bloodlines that run this world.
So this is why we always get to the point where I say I don't know what the answer and solution is, but we as people need to start. Like, you got allegedly 8 million people countrywide for the last No Kings bullshit march. Yeah. Soros funded, fuck the billionaires, but I'm going to get paid by a billionaire hypocrisy that was the No Kings protest. Yeah. But we can't get 9, 10, 20 million people to march to every capital. Yeah. To fight for these things, to fight against predators, to fight against pedophilia, to fight against laws, to fight against protecting our children and our food and our just liberties and way of life. We can't fight against that because Donald Trump said something mean. And instead of, and it's not that I care, I don't want to come across as though I'm wanting to defend him, because me, I've thought he's been batshit a lot of this term. But we need to stop worrying about politicians. We need to stop worrying about who's there, because they're all shitty. They're all hate us. None of them are on our side. None of them. And Vance, when he gets elected in 28, because that's how he's being groomed, because he's a technocrat, it's going to get even.
It's going to be bad.
That's when everything is going to, and it's like you either vote left and have an explosion of pedophilia, abortion, and transitioning children, or you vote Republican and you give up rights, liberties, freedoms to technocrats, to a surveillance state, because they're in bed with the technocrats. Meanwhile, all the NGOs out there, like the Bill Gates of the world, just roam free because we're too chicken shit to do anything. Like I said with voting, we're too chicken shit to denounce our Republican or Democrat status and all be independent, so they have to change who we vote for. We're too chicken shit to do that. We're too chicken shit to actually march for anything that matters. We're sitting here and it's just, oh well, sit there and pretend like we care with our little keyboard cowboy stuff, with our stupid little comment sections acting big and bad. But nobody, because that's why I will say all the time, all the people I see in comments, nobody, there's quote outrage, nobody gives a shit. Yeah. It's just to make yourself look like you're taking some sort of stand when you don't, because you're too afraid of upsetting the apple cart and changing your routine and giving up on some things, luxuries that we have, in order to make the changes that we need to make to turn this country back toward the people, for the people, instead of for the rich, powerful, and predatory class. And it just drives me bad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what did we just have right now that's going on right now that everyone's probably on their online shopping? Prime Day. Yeah. Everyone talks about, oh, fuck Jeff Bezos, look at this.
Stupid billionaires.
Yeah. Oh, but I got my Amazon Prime order. Amazon Prime Day. And I'm like, guys, no. Like, I totally agree. I just wish that energy, that hate, and I hate to say it like this, but it's like to the point now that it's just like, whoa, does it matter if I even say it? Does it matter if it comes off as harsh, violent, or anything? Because apparently we love violence. So violence and sex is top tier right now. Has always been. It's just more evident now, I feel. More in our face. You say all this stuff like, oh, fuck Trump, I want to read his obituary, but like, no one's taking the action. No one is. I'm not saying that I want that, but like, I really find it hard to believe that no one has taken a shot at Bill Gates. No one has taken a shot at Jeff Bezos.
Trump has like 5 or 6 assassination attempts the last 18 months, but you're right.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg. No one shot Zuckerberg, and then like no one shot. We're all like, fuck Russia, fuck Israel, and like no one's taking a shot at Netanyahu.
If that's even still him.
Yeah, but I'm just like, really, guys?
Well, remember, the MK Ultra programs don't target them.
Well, I'm just saying, like, someone, you're telling me with all the mental illness that we have, come on, there's people, besides MK Ultra, there's people out there
you're on here, same as me. Do you ever see the algorithm blow up about hatred for Bill Gates?
I saw a video of some dude. And, of course, I got to give it to the conservatives, because he was a conservative. He literally went to the trial that Bill Gates was at. It was like, hey, Bill Gates, how does it feel that you can't eat babies right now, that you've run low on supply? How does it feel that... And he, like, questioned it for me. He's like, hey, how's your adrenochrome levels going? And I was like, this is what I'm fucking talking about. Many years ago, someone threw a pie in the face of Bill Gates. Yeah. Why the fuck are we not doing that?
I know, I remember that.
Why are we not doing that?
Because this doesn't tell you to.
That's sad. Because if I ever had the opportunity to go in front of Bill Gates, I would probably throw a fucking pie at him with ticks. Okay? I would find some way to embarrass that man, because that is ridiculous.
People will throw paint on the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, and super glue their hands on the walls. Global warming is an issue. And I'm
they'll link their arms together in front of roadways to stop trucks from driving down the street. But the people that are actually doing the most harm to our society, I like Windows, so I don't want to harm them.
That is one way of control. Like, look at Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is so essential to do what we're doing right now, to run a business, and that's a form of control. But at the same time, like, It's the hypocrisy. Everything is a full circle, full cycle. I don't know what to do anymore. All I know is that I told the intern that you better believe I'm going to end up in jail defending a woman or a child that's getting pulled into a van.
If I see that happening, you got it.
I will, till my last breath, I will be saying something or fighting someone. I don't give a fuck. I will beat the shit out of someone. Like, during COVID, they would post videos of in Peoria, there was a lady in Target that would go, Marco.
Yes,
you remember that?
Yeah.
Marco, and then the person she was basically calling Marco, identifying the children they want to take.
Uh-huh.
And then the other person would be like, Polo, which means they got their insight. And what did that person do? They went to the Target employees. They didn't give a shit.
Nope.
They didn't give a shit. And I'm like, wow. And like that prime minister, he has a daughter, doesn't he? He has a daughter, and that's what people were saying in the comments. Like, he has a daughter, and he's going to allow this? Heaven forbid it's his daughter.
And the thing is, they knew it because this is what happens. Again, and they're like, they're too afraid to be Islamophobic or racist. But this is what happens. This is what happens. That culture. This is that culture. It's not mean to say it. Like, if you're going to call me racist, I'll be a fucking racist when I say this.
It's in their book.
It's in their Quran. It's in their letters. Women are nothing. They're toys. Yeah. They're tools. Men don't respect women. Again, not necessarily the Muslim walking around like at your job, just doing but those people, the Pakistanis and stuff. Yes, they don't care, and they invaded France and did it to the French women. And you saw reports of women being
France for allowing that.
And women were being raped with bottles and broom handles and everything. And now it's happened over and over in the UK.
Where's Macron?
Where's
Macron?
Well, Brigitte wants, because remember,
that's what I'm saying. Where's Macron, the beloved president? Mr.
Remember what the QT is about. That is what they're about. Deviancy, sexual abuse. That is because I've seen an explosion of these cases.
Brigitte, yeah, you're right. Why am I even saying where's
Brigitte's
Macron?
Not a man.
Why am I even saying Macron when he was
trafficked.
He was groomed.
He was groomed at what, 14, 15 years old? She was 40?
Like yeah.
It's because every elite or predatory person has ties to that. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but even Melania with her ties to Epstein. Was she in that world? Who knows?
I'm sorry, but they all...
And that's how they all get to power.
They all may have seen something. They all know. Just like in Hollywood, you can't tell me a single actor doesn't know.
Talk to me about Hollywood. Let's segue into that.
Hollywood, I've seen a lot of stuff on TikTok recently of people that want to be in the music industry. They want to make it big, and they're literally being sold classes and paid for by these executives because that's basically selling your soul. They're like kind of forcing them and cornering them. This one girl, she was like, "No, I'm good. I have a son," and they were like, she's like, "I don't have this money," and he's like, "I'll pay for it. Just show up, say yes." And she's like, "I did say yes, but I never went back." I'm like, "Too late, girl. You said yes. Like, you're being watched right now, and you have a son. I hope nothing bad happens to her."
And you have to sacrifice your first son.
I don't know. You have to follow these people's stories. Independent artists talk about this all the time. Snow the Product, she has her own independent label because the record labels were pulling shit. There's another conservative guy that Blair White has done like music videos with. He does his own shit. They sell their own CDs. They record their own music. They do their own merch. That's the only way they make money.
Right. Because
they're not controlled by these satanic companies.
Mafia-led music industry, yeah.
And so, it sucks because Hollywood, I mean, the more and more we learn about it, like, we knew things, but, like, now it's just so obvious. Like, the one thing that I see, J-Lo, like, I'm hearing so much shit about the two Jennifers, Jennifer Gardner and Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Gardner, oh my gosh.
My first thing, I'll just say the J-Lo thing. J-Lo, recently I saw a photo. First of all, I got a bone to pick with J-Lo. J-Lo, you ain't shit. Don't come in here and be like, Happy Pride, just because you have a non-binary or, like, non-binary kid or a gay kid, whatever the fuck you have. No. You're not part of Pride. Get the fuck out. You're just trying to be relevant. Secondly, shame on you, because I've seen your son. You have twins. One's a girl, one's a boy. The girl is non-binary.
Well, because every celebrity has a non-binary.
Right, and so the actual boy is like 6 feet. He looks like he's 6 feet tall, Skeletor. That kid has skin and bones. And if you're Puerto Rican, you know what you're doing to your child.
That's right.
You are manipulating your dark magic shit, and it's all going to your son, but not your they them child. And it's like, I just can't believe it. I can't believe these people sacrifice their kids just for fame. And she's not even relevant, Brian. She just did a recent movie, and that's it.
But she was.
But
she still gets to live a life of luxury, and she's protected.
You're right, because how else could she afford her life? She's got to sacrifice one of her kids. Well, two, because one of them's...
We've heard that. We've talked about it over and over, how they have to sacrifice their firstborn son, and it's not about killing them.
Yeah.
It's about giving up their masculinity and turning them away from being a son to being something else. Yeah. Because they don't want the next generation to grow up strong and masculine and strong. You know, they need them to turn more...
Yeah,
feminine.
I feel so bad for that kid. If you Google a photo of her son,
like Will Smith's kid.
That kid. Kid is so
they destroyed him.
So fucked
from
up,
Karate Kid to this.
That poor kid has seen and has been through things. Let me tell you.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was by his own dad too.
Oh yeah. You didn't see those videos when they would kiss on the lips?
I didn't want to think about that.
Yeah, but there you go. There it is. It was so fucking obvious.
Gosh.
But anyway, so Hollywood is, I mean, everyone knows it. Everyone still goes and supports. I try not to go watch movies, but...
I just watch horror, because I don't hear as much of this bullshit within that realm.
And I call them out, too, because, like, when I meet some of these people...
Well,
like,
just individuals,
around,
yeah.
Just walking around, I really want to ask them and be like, so what did you have to do or see to get here?
I think that's why a lot of times
I
hate to say it this way, but that's why a lot of times, because you see people we know and love that are in 20, 30, 40, but they're always working, but they're just stay in that genre, and it's like they never cross over, and it's like
independent, very.
So it's like you can tell the people who aren't willing to sacrifice because and that's why they work as much as they do, and they'll never be multimillionaires. They'll never be so filthy rich. They'll never have fame and fortune outside of the con and their circle. The one we love the most, she'll never be. People, I say, I don't want to say who, but you know what I'm talking about. That I always hear she'll be here again. We all love her. Yeah. But I say, I want to go see her, and they're like, who? Who's that?
Yeah.
Because she'll never know the limelight as far as outside of it.
Sweetheart too.
Outside of it, and that's good, and that makes me really believe she never gave in to what it was that they probably wanted. Now, has she had to deal with stuff in the horror genre? Probably. She talked about Danielle Harris, how she was called that she wasn't fuckable enough for a role. You know, it's kind of happened. I mean, because men are in control and men are, pieces of shit at times. But the horrors of that, and then you were talking about before we started about the look of celebrities lately.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I feel like I put my hands on my cheeks because like a Home Alone look. Just because. My mind goes 1,000 miles per hour when I see certain things. Mm-hmm. And I literally was on the walking pad. I was at my mom's house yesterday, and they came with a commercial of the intern sleeping. But it's a new, weight loss drug. It's called, Monojawo or something like that. I don't know the name. Remember that commercial we saw that had the new weight loss pill? Something, Ojo. Something like that.
Ozempic there.
No. Remember we saw a commercial and you're like, oh, that's new.
Retatrutide?
I guess that's the name of it. But I'm just like, what is the push? And then I'm talking it out as I'm like on the walking pad yesterday, and like I was telling the intern, I was like, what is this push with these weight loss drugs? And she's like, well, it's the pharmacies. It's the pharmaceutical.
Foundeo?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh,
yeah. Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome.
We hardly dispense it, so.
Well, the intern's sleeping, so we don't get sandwiches or info.
That's right.
So, we know there's been like tons of celebrities on this Ozempic shit. We were just before we started recording, we were talking about, and actually before you got here, we saw Olivia Wilde again. Olivia Wilde used to be this beautiful woman. Yeah. Now she's Skeletor. Her bug eyes, like her eyes are popping out. we were ranking who's number one. Kelly Osbourne. Yeah. And we have Olivia Wilde, Mandy Moore. There's been allegedly probably Ozempic, but they're saying maybe it's cosmetic surgery. Demi Moore is skin and fucking bones.
Gosh.
And I was like, girl, what the fuck? You've always been thin. What? How much thinner do you need to get?
I thought her in the substance. She looked damn good.
Ariana Grande, she looked good. She was a decent. It's a 20-year-old. I don't know how skinny these 20-year-olds need to be. She is skin and bones. There's
her and Cynthia became
the tendons. You can see the tendons. Okay, like Cynthia, she was in great shape. She was a muscle mommy. Like she was athletic. She wasn't like thick. She has muscle on her.
Tone, yeah.
And now she's just cut. Like she is. Well, we've seen the photos where like you can see the damn veins and stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I thought about it, and I was talking out loud to the intern last night. And I said, I get it. And she goes, because it's pharmaceuticals, you know, they make money. And I was like, but if we're doing this, why are we still pushing fast food, processed food? Why are we still pushing that if you want the injections, right? Those injections make you not want to eat. If you eat processed food, you get sick. Fried food, McDonald's. You can't eat McDonald's and be on those shots. You'll start throwing up. Yeah. So it's like, I'm trying to connect. I'm like, I don't get it. What's the point of this? They want everyone on these pills or injections, and I'm just like, and I started thinking dystopian world. Like, I just saw a drama reel or a drama movie on how like, and it just like all made sense to me. We may not be alive for when this happens, if it happens. It's like they want you to. I was like, is it because they're trying to do away with the food supply? They're fucking with their food so much that they want you to be on these injections. So when it comes time that we don't have food in the world, we don't have water, just take this weekly injection. So you're not eating. You're eating your ration of a box once a month. So let's inject you to decrease your appetite and everything. And then I was like, you know what? I think that's what it is. Because we're getting closer and closer to that point, the 2030 agenda, that we're going to be on these injections because the elites are going to have the real food.
It'll just be in your, because there'll be a monthly like vaccine injection, which will say, you need this, flu, whatever. Because now they're going to manufacture an mRNA flu vaccine, which, what could go wrong there? Because, the regular flu ones aren't good enough, so now we need to make sure we keep putting the spike proteins and all this genetic material and mapping inside of you and call it a flu shot. I saw that they were trying to do it again through the military because they had a bunch of people get the flu. It's like, we need to bring the shot into the Air Force. I think of the Air Force, so it's like, really? So, because military, you can't really say no. Yeah. Well, they did. A lot of people did during COVID, and then they got released, and then they finally got their positions back. But because the Constitution, as of now, still stands, as much as liberals hate that. But you're right. Once that hits, and we don't have the rights and freedoms and liberties anymore, and it's not men are created equal, and it's not for the people by the people. They're just going to put the shots and then give us a ration.
My brain is going 1,000 miles an hour as to what is going to happen next because they're just setting it up. Mm-hmm. It's setting it up and it's getting closer and closer. And like this movie that I saw, it literally, if you have a gambling problem and you can't pay your debt, they come for your body parts. And they make you into cyborgs. Okay. So they'll like take your legs and give you like cyborg legs. And I was like, oh my god, this is not. I don't think this is a movie like for entertainment. I think this is what the future is going to entail, because who's going to benefit from having real human legs? The rich, the elite. If they become crippled or one leg's not working, they'll be like, replace the leg with someone who has a better leg.
Just good to go eat them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or for food. Yeah.
That'll be there because they're addicted to human flesh.
Yeah, and it's just like, I literally saw that movie and I was like, I enjoyed it, but at the same time I was like, what? This is our future. This is what's gonna happen. And it's just like, and the best part in that movie was the girl who was half human, half cyborg because her dad had such a gambling problem. He would put her to pay the debt, so she had like cyborg arms, cyborg legs. The poor girl didn't have anything else to give. And she literally was standing at the edge like Tempe Town Lake style, and she was like ready to jump into the data center water pool.
Of course.
And I was like, oh, how fitting that's what they call it. And I was like, and someone stopped her and was like, you won't make it out alive from there. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it's going to be in a couple years, I'm sure. Everyone's going to be like, fuck this and jump into the data center water pool.
There'll come a time, like, to go full circle with it all, it's going to come a time when people are going to finally realize that we should have been fighting. It's now too late.
It's too late, but... And
there's the infrastructure's in place. There's no way out of it. We can't fight. It's going to be Hunger Games style towards, like, remember, the districts, how do you have no weapons. They have the weapons. They have the power. They have the money. They have the food. They have the rations. They have your power grid, your Wi-Fi, everything under their control.
Yeah.
And your money, the digital currencies, everything. And we're going to sit there one day in 4 or 5 years and be like, oh, shit. There's no way out of it. There's no way to do this. And the dystopian, you're right, that's going to hit and going to last for generations before somebody finds out, we figure out how to fight. We're going to lose. I mean, we're going to lose.
We lose a lot of people, and that's
the plan is for about 5 billion, from what I've read.
That's the thing that bothers me so much. Where these people push for, like Bill Gates, depopulation. What's that? Palantir?
Yeah.
Is that his name? AI is better than people. People need to die.
That connected to Vance. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, kill the fucking pedophiles, but that's part of their posse. They like that, and I'm just like. Why do you have prisons? If you want to depopulate, get rid of all those people. That's what I don't understand.
Well,
why do you need these people? They're not going to work for you. They're not going to be your bodyguards. You know, when the time comes when the people riot or like revolt against them, like nothing. And then I saw one of our followers posted something. Not anyone that we know and like communicate a lot with. What is it called? Reposted something about how, like, in New Zealand, all these millionaires, billionaires are buying bunkers.
Yes.
And I was just like, and you just sit there and let them? Mm-hmm. Like, so some of the comments said, like, oh, just wait. The people in New Zealand will take care of it. And other comments were like, when the time comes, they better be pouring concrete down their air pipes and stuff like that. And people were saying, like, they're not scared because nuclear war or anything, because typically nuclear bombs that don't withstand, a bunker is not going to withstand that, I don't think. And plus, if they do, the radiation that you have to deal with.
That's why they do the ones in the upper atmosphere that just basically create the electromagnetic pulse, and it just shuts the entire grids and everything down to where we don't have the radiation fallout, we don't have the craters and stuff that to where we can't have a livable planet because they need it. But it will, if you knock out the entire countrywide grid of we descend and we die, people will die in mass within a week, just in pure chaos. So they go in their bunkers, not because of the nuclear fallout, but the fallout of the chaos of what people will do to themselves without a working functioning. Again, they have bunkers all over. So when this day, if that day comes, which I think if we get to where we are completely,
I don't want to be alive.
If we get to where we are completely uncontrollable and the plans don't work, those I think are your backup plans. Like we will just shoot the nukes into the upper atmosphere, the blow, and that will cause the electromagnetic pulse, and then they'll EMP us to death, and then watch as we devour ourselves.
Yeah. And we're doing it now.
Because we're good at it. And they've already lit that fuse, and they're just waiting. Because we hate each other so much because of how different. And we stop to forget that those are the people we need to hate with a fiery passion. And look at each other and say, hey, I'm gonna look past our differences for a moment because we need to go get them. The us versus them will never be the mindset of the average person on the street. And it's just, I don't know what to, like I said, I don't know what the solution is. Because we will say there's so much information out there.
Yeah.
That's not hidden what they're doing, and it's not being suppressed that people are saying what's not being hidden. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. We just, as a society, don't want to get off our couch to do it, or to do what we need to do, or to even talk about it. So I don't know where that. I just don't know where that leaves us.
I don't know.
That's why we always say to get out there and enjoy it while you can. While you can. Yeah,
and you're doing something right when you have haters in your comments. Because I find it hilarious. I posted on my own personal about meaning Bonnie Aarons and I got bullied and even like tagged in a story, and I kept saying, I can't believe
Over her?
No, because of my fatness. They commented, and I said, why are you so triggered of me living my life?
Yeah.
And they told me from A to Z, and they were like, they couldn't spell things correctly, the grammar was off, and I was like, you're a bot, triggered bot, and they're like, I'm not a bot, so then they started tagging me in a story, and then they told me to kill myself, and remember I messaged you, I was like, this is the first time
you've made it.
I've made it. I was like, obviously I hit a nerve,
I had that on
or
X,
I spoke about something.
Welcome to the club.
And so that's the other thing, too, is that I believe that a lot of these hater comments, obviously we know that they're bots, most of them are bots, but a lot of times I wouldn't put it past anyone trying to deter people from speaking out.
Oh, absolutely.
Like we talk so much about everything that no one wants to talk about because we've had conversations with people, you know, and they're like, oh yeah, no, whatever, or like, no, that's not really happening. It's like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
You know, and so it's just, I wouldn't be surprised that, obviously, I mean, they listen, see everything.
That's why the bots attack, because they know what it counts to attack.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised, but it's hilarious. Do not let the hater comments deter you from speaking your truth. But that's all I can say. That's the one thing I always say is speak up. Just say what you need to say and keep talking about it. I think that's our only thing that we can do is keep talking about it.
Keep spreading it to you know,
because,
follower, friend group to friend group, yeah. Yeah,
because, like, I'll give you the perfect example. Like, now with this campaign stuff that's coming up, like, I laugh at it. I laugh at all these campaign commercials and stuff. But I had someone knock on the door, and they wouldn't leave, and they started shouting our names. And I opened the door, and I was like, first of all, I don't want my name shouted. I don't want people knowing my name. Right? And I opened the door, and it's this fucking twink, okay? And he was like, we need people to come out and vote at 7 p.m. I was like, I'm working. We're both working. And well, what time do you work until? Till 9.
Not your business.
You know, like, what do you want? He's like, well, I just want to ask you a question. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, I don't answer the door because I don't want to. And then you're shouting our names. Like, that is dangerous.
Come vote when I want you to vote, or I'm not going to leave you alone.
And I almost told him, I was like, I'm gay too, and you're fucking out here against us? Like, you're putting us in danger, okay? I was so mad because I was like, who the fuck does that? Who does that? And that's the type of shit. Like, I told him, I was like, I feel bad. They're really ringing you. And I was like, not really. I have to pay my bills. Is this politician going to pay my bills?
Nope.
No, and that's the type of shit. Speak up and talk shit to these motherfuckers because I'm sure he's not making enough money and he's risking his life. I wanted to tell him, be careful because just because it's a quiet neighborhood, you got crackheads on each side and you got drug dealers. And I just, that's the type of shit. Like, speak up, tell people how it is, especially that is like, for someone, you know, who's probably like, oh, my privacy, and you're shouting our names. I'm like, what the fuck?
Because they don't care, because you're just supposed to do what they say.
Just go vote.
Go vote. Not just vote. Not just vote. Go vote how I tell you to vote.
Yeah, and I'm like... And then he's like, can I ask you a question? Do you think hospitality workers should get paid $21 an hour? And I was like, really? What is my answer count as a vote?
Yeah, because I don't give a shit. I gotta worry about me.
Oh my gosh.
Stupid people thinking that wages are still going to make a difference. That's the next one I saw. I forget what state it was, but they're like, we need to push the livable wage up to 25. So now it's a fight for 25. It was a fight to 15.
It'll be 60 and we still can't make it.
The fight for 15. We got to 15. Cost of living exploded. Now it's a fight for 20. We get to 20. Cost of living explodes. 25. When are we going to fight against what it is that really is keeping us down? It's not the wage. It's not the hourly wage. It's the fact that the people in control of the cost of living will not let us have a breath.
No.
Because we aren't to get ahead. We aren't. That's not the point.
Nope.
And they know that we'll just be like, oh, okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the people don't deserve the 25 because they won't fucking work.
I know you guys might think I'm crazy, but remember we talked about the Met Gala?
Yes.
And Vogue, how it's non-existent?
Yes.
Why did I get 2 Vogue magazines sent to my address? Look at that. I said, why the intern was like, why did you get these? They had my name and address, and I was like, I didn't ask for this. And I was like, So I would like to say, Anna Winters, stop sending me this shit. You ain't shit.
Okay,
You are retired. You ain't shit no more, Vogue. You're giving this shit for free. This used to cost $20.
Let's try this angle. I could really use $1 million.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get that in the mail.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be like Obsession for a minute. I want
Right.
I want $1 billion.
Yeah, it's this is what I'm talking about. Like they're not listening.
Yeah.
They're not. Right? So please send me those $1 million. Send
us $1 million and we won't talk about the Met Gala and the fashion industry ever again. We'll leave you alone. We have a number and it's $1 million.
Remember I said Vogue is just not happening?
Yeah.
No joke. This cost $10. I got it for free. Why did they send me this for free? And we talked about how fashion ain't shit. This is all sweatshops.
Who knows what chemicals all over those pages?
Yeah, probably fentanyl, and I'm gonna pass out now. That's okay. Come find me. Whatever. But just like we always say, go outside, get some sun, and touch grass. Okay, bye!